Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Uncut Jazz. You're here with the host once again, James Jam. Easy Cummins. It's a new year. I know I took 2 weeks off, but we're back, and I got a very special guest. Not only is he a comedian, but he's also a registered therapist. What do you call yourself?
Yeah.
Is that what it's called?
I'm a qualifying therapist.
A qualifying.
Yeah.
So what does that mean?
Well, it means that I'm basically a therapist. I see therapy clients every day.
Yeah.
But
how many clients do you have?
Oh, I don't know. Like 10?
Anyways, his name's Matt Render. I realized I didn't finish the intro because I was like, what do I should have asked you before the show.
You could just say I'm a therapist.
A therapist.
Yeah.
A qualifying therapist.
No, you don't have to say that part.
Why not? Let's get into that. Is that what you do with your clients? Where do you do your clients? Not at your house.
I don't do them.
Not at your house.
No, I don't do my clients.
I don't know how I'd feel about finding out my therapist has no fucking bed frame.
I have a bed now.
Was that part of how you get your certificate? They have to be like, let's make sure he has a bed at least.
Yeah, no, but I just thought it started to feel like it felt like the right thing to get a bed.
To get a bed?
Yeah, it felt like the right thing. It gets creepier the older you get, right? Because I moved into that place when I was like 25, and I never got a bed. And I moved out on my 30th birthday.
Right.
And the place I moved into was furnished, so technically I still don't own a bed, but the place has a bed. And
you moved?
Yeah.
Where are you now?
I don't
or you don't want to talk about? I feel like I've already disqualified you after I told people to send in their therapy questions, and now right off the top, I'm like, this guy, he's just barely qualifying to be a therapist, and he doesn't have a bed, but I got it all wrong. You're a qualified therapist, and you have a bed.
No, I'm still qualifying.
You're qualifying?
Yeah.
How long does it take to qualify?
Well, I'm in my final stretch here. I've got maybe 6 months left before I'm a qualified therapist. But I'm getting, what you have to do, you have to get a bunch of hours, and then once you get all these hours in, which is a lot, there's 450 hours. Mm-hmm. And then once you get all that, then you write an exam, and then you are officially, this is all for Ontario, but then you're officially in Ontario a therapist. That's it. Yeah.
Is Ontario a harder thing to become a therapist in than other places?
Yeah.
Is it really?
It is. In BC, you could just be a therapist.
Really?
Yeah.
BC, because?
Because
it's that easy.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We should just move there probably.
To BC? Probably. BC is beautiful. Definitely the nicest place to drive through in the country.
Yeah, you've drove everywhere.
I've been everywhere, man. Really? I've been everywhere, except for the territories.
Oh, when are you going to do that?
I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know what the scene, the reason I've been everywhere is to do comedy, and I just don't know what the scene's like in the territories. Hey, if there's any territory people listening, Yukon, none of it. Northwest Territory. There's three territories, right?
I like you say none of it.
Is none of it not a territory?
You just made it sound like a rap lyric. You're like, yo, Yukon, none of it. I don't want none of it. Yo.
I used to have a joke about how Terry Fox got pussy in every province. And I'm like, and although he got none of it and none of it.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. He got his groove on from every place between the Yukon and Flin Flon. Flin Flon is a place, by the way.
Flin Flon? In Canada?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
How'd you know that?
Because I looked up different places so I could make a rhyme about Terry Fox fucking everyone. He got a little bit of titty in Quebec City.
This is good.
But he really died in Thunder Bay. So
he really did.
He really did.
You're right. It is, because I remember the joke. That's a really bad place to die.
Oh, I know. Thunder Bay. I almost died in Thunder Bay.
How's that?
One day when I was driving across Canada, I was on my way to a show. It wasn't actually in Thunder Bay that I almost died, but I was driving from Sault Ste. Marie to Thunder Bay. There's one road. There's no ulterior motives. There's no ulterior motives or rotives. Yeah. And on my way there, everything came to a screeching halt because there was a deadly accident on the highway. I was stuck there for 5 hours.
Wow.
5 hours. So I called the person that's I'm doing the show with. I'm like, I might be a little late. Can you stretch the show out a little bit? He's like, yeah.
So you almost killed yourself. That's how you almost died.
No, but then I drove a little further, and there was another deadly accident. So I got stuck on the road for an extra 9 hours that day of deadly accidents. And the reason I almost died was because it was so snowy.
Yeah.
that I couldn't see shit. I was actually looking at the GPS to tell like where the curves in the road were.
Yeah.
Isn't that fucked? You're saying yeah, but I don't think you're listening.
No,
and I don't know if that's a good therapist.
No, I was listening.
I'm telling you that I couldn't.
No, I tripped.
I'm driving and it's so snowy.
No.
It was like it was fuzzy.
All right,
like,
listen. I tripped out because I remember calling you that night.
oh wow.
Yeah, like we spoke that night, and you told me that you were in a 9-hour long traffic jam, and that was just that. I know my eyes rolled back because I just remember.
You're just having a flashback.
I had a flashback to that.
Yeah. So I missed the show, and I lost money because I was supposed to be doing a show there that night, and that bummed me out. And that I'm gonna stop complaining about it because what's done is done, and it's a new year. And it's time to rise and grind. It's time. Are
you big in the New Year's? Like you're part of that whole New Year's grind thing?
I have been grinding in the new year. I also do. For some reason, I get a little depressed on New Year's.
Right. Me too.
I don't know what. And I think, hey, as a therapist, I'll tell you how I analyze myself.
Okay.
I have so much to be proud of last year. I'm very happy about everything I did in 2025. But
everything?
Not everything, but I was.
Yeah, you shouldn't be happy about it.
Okay, not everything, but I'm just saying I have a lot to look back on.
As a therapist, that sounds a little bit. Egotistical.
Okay, fair. Yeah. We'll get into that later. Let me finish what I'm saying.
Grandiose thinking.
Well, maybe if you let me finish my statement, then
please. Yeah,
because I get real humbled on New Year's Eve. I'm not that grandiose. So I was looking back on my year, and I'm like, I'm so proud of all these things that I did. It was a big year for me, but I was also looking at myself, but like I have no momentum going into next year. Like all those things were cool that happened, like opening up for LaRussell. Shout out LaRussell. He's killing it right now. LaRussell, for if you don't know, he's a like independent rapper who I shouted out on like one of the first episodes of my podcast, and then he had me open for him in a show in Toronto. Right now, he's trying to sell 100K albums on this new album that he dropped, and Kyrie Irving bought an album for $11,000, and Snoop Dogg bought one for $2,500. So like people in different like rappers, athletes, like everyone. If you're an independent hustler in any way, not to say a basketball player is an independent hustler, but kind of is.
Yeah.
Because you have to hustle to make it as an athlete. It's not like you don't make it for having a good team. You make it for being a good player. So I'm going to count as an independent hustler.
All right. You're hustling for a contract.
You're hustling for a contract. But okay, yeah. So this guy's no contract. You're right.
Anyway, the whole point is to be on a team.
What I'm saying
the whole point is to not be independent. If you're an independent basketball player, that means you fucked up.
Yeah. I guess the only independent basketball players are guys that like play one-on-one.
Yeah, just 1v1 guys. Yeah. Those guys are independent basketball players. Yeah.
If you're an independent basketball player that's hustling for money one-on-one, come on the show. I'd love to talk to you about that. Because I respect I respect independent hustling.
Right. I like watching those videos. Those are cool. The 1v1s.
Yeah, there actually is one guy that I see a lot, and he seems like a real asshole.
He seems like a dick.
Is it the same? Is it like a Greek guy?
Yeah.
Yeah. I forget his name.
He's always like, fucking, I'm going to fuck your girl. And then he dunks on you. It sucks.
Oh, yeah. You brought your girl to watch you lose like this? And then he does like cheap tricks too. Like he'll like go to give you a handshake and then just pull you and go like dunk it. And then he's like, oh, by the way, dunks are worth 2 today and your points are worth 1.
He's like the Groucho Marx of basketball.
Right. Yeah. He just like fucking puts a banana peel on the floor and you slip on it.
Psych.
But that guy is an independent hustler, so shout out to him. I think his name is his MK something.
I don't
Anyways,
know.
The guy. Either way, I respect the hustle, even if he's a little cheap. But you know what? He's playing the heel because I think he might be an actual good guy in real life, and it's like that's how you get views. They say, as a therapist, maybe you can look into this. Negativity goes more viral than positivity. Like giving people something to get mad at, giving something to people to argue about. Like saying like, here's 5 reasons why men suck right now. You know what I mean? More people are going to click.
I could give you more than that.
Hey, whoa.
Hey, ladies.
But yeah, is that, what do you think about that, therapist?
Well, that's like a question for like somebody who works for Meta.
No, but I'm asking you inside the mind.
Why it is?
Why people are more prone to interact with negativity than they are
that's just
positivity.
Our culture. That's more of our culture. Like we feed on negativity mostly. Like, yeah, that's what people want. We live very like boring and mundane and mostly sad, depressing, disappointing lives.
Right.
And so it's much easier to get a person excited through like anger and like rage baiting and depressing content than it is through something that's uplifting and happy and upbeat. Because really, we don't even believe in. I don't even think we believe in like any possibility of happiness anymore. I'm convinced that our day and age, we're so past the point of ever even dreaming of like a good, happy life. We just, everybody and everyone, every take to me is just everybody's fucking cynical now. Everybody's miserable and cynical and everything is shit. And we're never going to have a house, and having a family's stupid. The nuclear family's stupid. Everything's stupid. Our culture is stupid. Like our society's stupid. Everything is fucking fucked up. And nobody has any hope of fixing it.
Yeah, I think a lot of people have settled into just being like, life is miserable. But I think one of the problems for a lot of people is when they make happiness a destination. I'll be happy when I get this. I'll be happy when I do that. When you have to be happy on the journey. You have to be happy like on the way there. Like, so comedy can be very demoralizing sometimes, where it's like.
Sometimes.
A lot of times.
Whoa. That was the sound.
That's right. It wasn't queued up.
Yeah,
I just think like you have to, for us, we have to enjoy the journey. You have to enjoy the way there. Because a lot of people that have made it in comedy, not a lot, but a good handful have like ended up killing themselves because they realize they get there and it's like, I'm still not happy.
Yo, that's a real thing. And comedians per capita, like even the most successful ones, are just like fucked up and always like perverted or on drugs or like just into some crazy shit.
Gamblers, a lot of comedians like to gamble.
Just miserable people. And then we aspire to do this as a career. That's crazy thinking. Like statistically, like what you think you're going to be the comedian who's just like happy with a nice, like good life.
Right.
No, it doesn't have, like, for example, like, cause when you see like comedians dating other comedians, I've never dated a comedian. And I think about this when I see comedians dating other comedians, I'm like, yeah, good luck.
Yeah. I was just talking to another comedian about their breakup recently, and I was like, were you dating a comic? And they're like, no. And I'm like, well, at least that's good, because now you don't have to like run into them at open mics and like you're going to be like not going certain places because they're there, like, because breakups suck and you don't want to like see the person all the time.
Yeah, that's why I'm glad that all of my exes have blocked me.
Yeah, make a clean break.
Yeah, it's just clean. It's
yeah,
nice.
I remember like
fresh.
When I was going back and forth about breaking up with my fiance, I had a conversation with this comic, Dino Archie. He probably doesn't even remember this. Like, he's kind of big, and I only met him the one time. He probably doesn't even know who I am. But we had a conversation because he had just called off like an engagement, and he was like feeling great after, right? And when I asked him, like, you know, I told him what I was going through and like going back and forth about it, and he's like, if you break it off, burn it to the ground. Like don't leave any like sense of like, oh, we might get back together. Like, just let it go 100%. Yeah. Now, I suck at breakups, so it took me like, I didn't burn it to the ground. Like, I called it off, and then we like kept fucking on and off for like another 2 years, and then finally called it like done.
Yo, that's a real good testament to the power of your dick. No, seriously, that's where I stand with that. Like, if you are able to keep a lady after you've already broken up, she's just there for the dick.
As a therapist, I think you're wrong there, because I think it's more so. It's not just like about having a great dick, which maybe I do, maybe I don't. If you guys want to come check it out,
my bad for trying to call.
No, but I think it's more so them trying to keep like a little ownership of you, so that it's like I still have like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
That's actually. I tip my therapist cap to you on that one. That was beautiful.
Yeah, maybe I should be a therapist.
It was a really good analysis.
People do like opening up to me, vaginally and anally. No, people do like opening up to me as a person, because I'm told a lot that I have a very calming presence by men and women. They tell me they feel calm around me.
Yeah.
So I think like that gives you a safe space to open up. Now, what I was saying to you before, we took like a 10-minute diversion.
We sure did.
Yes, I felt good about things I did last year, but when it came to New Year's, I was looking at my next year and like being like, I have built no momentum. Like, all these things that I did, like I didn't turn them into anything else. I didn't lead it to like the next exciting opportunity. And I started feeling really bad about that. And I got pretty sad for like, Basically, okay, so on New Year's Eve, I was feeling good. I went and did a show. I was playing music on the way there, feeling good. And then after the show, Kirby, Darius, he's been on the show before. Monica Gross, she's been on the show before. Shout out them. We were all at the corner together, and they're like, we're going to go ring in the new year at Comedy Bar. Do you want to come with us? And I said, no. And they said, why not? And I'm like, I'm going to go to the water and reflect. I'm going to go think about my life. And they're like, that sounds sad. I'm like, that's not sad. It's not going to be sad at all. And then I went there and it was really sad. And I felt sad. And I didn't even reflect because when I got there was like 300 geese there. I've never seen so many geese in my life. It felt like a bad omen because like, why are these birds here in the winter? I also used to have a fear of birds. So I was like, I just got so much anxiety with all these birds. Like, I don't know how much birds you can imagine, but I promise you it was more than that. They were covering the whole shore and out into the water. It's pure geese, all geese. And then it made me think, okay, what can I take from this as a lesson?
It still wasn't as shitty as the Comedy Bar party, though, was it?
I'm
sure.
Preach, brother. No,
I'm sure it was a good party.
I have heard that it wasn't that good, and I didn't miss anything. But it's more so just being alone or with a bunch of geese on New Year's Eve instead of like going somewhere and doing something fun. And I was drinking and smoking by myself, which is not the best idea sometimes. They say drink to get happier. Don't drink to get happy. So if you're in a bad mood, don't drink. But I don't know. Anyways, it put me in a bad place. And then the whole next day I was feeling bad about myself, maybe till like January 2nd. And then I was like, all right, it's time to start doing something about this. And sometimes you got to fucking feel bad about yourself to make changes. Because if you're just feeling like everything's good, I could have just kept on coasting, eating fast food, smoking weed every day, drinking. But I was like, I'm going to make changes. So I haven't drank yet this year. I also haven't had any fast food, and I've been working out a lot. And that made me feel better.
Yeah. So you really are turning a new leaf. 2026.
That's what you asked. That's what you asked 15 minutes ago. And that was the final answer.
Yeah. That's great.
I mean, I hope I can stick with it, but I'll ask you this.
Yeah.
What are some tips to stay consistent on changes in the new year? A lot of people out there listening maybe right now are trying to make good changes in the new year. What's a tip to stay consistent? Because you not only as a therapist, you're also a guy that has taken your fitness really seriously. Mm-hmm. I think you've taken like you're educating yourself pretty seriously. Mm-hmm. So do you have any tips for that?
I don't know. Like first of all, there's probably like better books that you could read than like listening to me. But
all right, fuck it. Get off the show. Fuck, man.
No, if I was giving real advice, I'd be like, probably like read something like I haven't read it, but I've heard really good things about Atomic Habits.
Okay.
Like I've learned on my own, I don't know how exactly, but I've learned to like have a really good like habit making and habit breaking. I'm really good at like getting that together. If I want to do something, like
you'll just do it.
I'll do it.
You don't have like a system that you could say like this is how you do it. You're just a guy that just does it.
Well, I've upon reflection,
just do it.
Upon reflection,
sponsoring.
You got to just do it. That is true. That is something that's 100% true. Like that is it sounds whatever, but that is fucking true.
Yeah.
It's fucking true. And the more you do that, it fucking works. If you just do the thing, like we were talking about it yesterday, but in therapy, the therapy that I really like to use is called DBT. Mm-hmm. There's something called opposite action.
Dragon Ball therapy.
I would make something, but I don't know the show really well. I would do some kind of say on shit.
I know whenever Goku dies, he goes to like basically heaven where he goes to train more. I haven't seen it in years. And
that's what he dies. And then
there's times where he dies and he goes to like a place where he trains in the sky. And the thing about this place where he trains in the sky is like gravity is like so fucking crazy. Like it's hard to even just get up. And I think that's a good metaphor for when you have to start making changes. Sometimes it feels like the weight of everything is like holding you down to the ground where you can't even get up to make the change. But if you can, you're going to be stronger for it and you'll go back and beat Piccolo or Vegeta or whoever you have to beat.
Oh, that's good. You should watch it.
I should watch it again.
Yeah.
Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball Z. That was the song. All right.
I didn't really watch. I was more of like just a Pokemon kid, just real basic.
Yeah?
Yeah. But, you know what? I was listening to a talk yesterday. In this talk, it's from a monk. I listen to this one monk a lot. And he was talking about he explained this, like, what was it? Like training for the military, but one guy who would train people for the military to get them to run like a mile, 2 miles. And he'd tell them, like, okay, today we're going to run 2 miles. And after they would run 2 miles, he'd be like, all right, you're going to run another mile right now.
Yeah.
And the point of that was to train you that when you're in battle, you don't ever actually have an exact amount of how much you're going to have to run that day.
Right.
That to me is so fucking powerful in terms of all this. It's like, if you really want something and you really want to go after, you should be willing to go past the point that you are actually willing to go.
Yeah.
You should be willing to go past yourself, because it's only yourself that's getting in your way.
Right.
That's it.
Yeah. I've heard like this motivational speech where like this guy goes out into the water and he's like, how bad do you want success, right?
Yeah.
And they're like, I want it. He's like, no, you don't. You don't want it. And he's like, I'm going to show you that like how bad you need to want it. And he just holds them under the water, and they're like drowning, and they're fighting. They're fighting to get out of the water. And he's like, when he lifts them up, he's like, when you want it as bad as you want to breathe, that's when you'll get it.
How bad do you want it? Just fucking murders them?
No, eventually he lets them up. Like when it's like, that when you want it that bad, when you want it as bad as you want to breathe, that's when you'll get it. Like, I think like
That's a real video.
Oh, wait. Oh, I can't play.
Man almost kills other guy to teach a lesson.
What kind of phone do you have?
iPhone 10.
Okay, can we plug in? Can I plug and look? Because my phone's plugged in over there.
Okay.
I would like to actually show you this because if you've never heard it.
This might be really like disruptive to the listeners, though.
All right. Just look up how bad do you want to breathe after, guys. I'll plug in the. No, I mean like you're right. I think this is just going to be more hassle than it's worth, and then I'm just going to be playing somebody else's speech.
Can you? You could do it in post.
I don't post.
You don't do post.
No, this is called Uncut Jams. There's no cuts. There's no edits.
Oh, you're also Uncut Jam?
I am.
Good for you.
I am. I have very long foreskin. Luckily, my dick, when it's hard, it can get hard enough to get rid of the foreskin. It's not like it's like hanging over when it's hard. Because people say like having foreskin is an unattractive dick, but like if your dick's really hard, like I think everything's fine.
I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it's great.
All right, I'll show you. No. What were we talking about? Oh, success.
Well, like how to stay consistent. One thing that helped me a lot. There's a book on mastery that I read when I was like maybe 17 or something. The book is called Mastery, not the Robert Greene one, but that one's also good.
What else did Robert Greene make?
He's the Laws of Power.
Oh yeah. I started listening to that one.
Yeah.
Because I can't read, but I'm starting to listen to books because I want to get more information inside me. Yeah. And one of the first laws is like you have to make enemies. And I was like, I haven't made enemies in a while, and I need to make enemies. It's like they can be metaphorical, but I think enemies do push you harder.
You know a good way to make an enemy?
What?
Try to drown somebody to teach them a lesson.
Yeah.
Guy sounds crazy.
Yeah. Honestly.
Like you know what's really that's the craziest part about that video is that you tried to like that's all I would take from it is like this guy's fucking nuts.
No, it's a pretty inspiring video. What we're gonna do after the show, and you guys maybe I'll post a clip about it. I'm gonna show you the video. I'm gonna show you the video, and I'll record your reaction.
I just feel like yeah. Hey, thanks for the lesson, but also like what the fuck? It's just so crazy. It's like anyway. I read this book called Mastery, and most of the book is just about how the path to mastery is mostly plateauing. And there's another saying which is like,
if you can dream it, you can do it.
What?
I just thought of any saying I could say. I said, if you can dream it, you can do it.
No, like getting bored is when you actually start to get it. So like when you start to get bored with the book, with the routine, with the thing, that's when you actually, with what? Drowning. That's when you actually are like making progress. That's where most of the progress is made. Do you think like fucking Michael Jordan was just like having the time of his life every time he played? Like
No. Playing he was. Practicing he wasn't.
Practicing, sorry.
And
Yeah,
that's the thing. Like all the best athletes, they say like they practice so hard so that when the game comes, the game is easy. The game is easy.
That's sick. You
The
should,
practicing is the
yeah.
hard part.
You probably know better than me, but like that's like
About sports?
no, but like that,
100%
dude.
know better
Dude, you ever like check out sports psychology?
Haven't checked it out too much, but I know a bit about.
You'll
Like I
like
remember
it.
like when I was a kid, football, wrestling. Sometimes they'd bring somebody in that's like a sports psychologist to like teach you a couple things. You know,
Yeah, you'll like because that's another component to all this is like gamifying the thing. You know?
there is like
Yeah.
they would push you harder in like training camp for football, like laps and running hills and all this stuff. Like it's like you're not gonna run a hill in a game, but it's like to make you push yourself so hard that like that cardio. You did that. There was big guys on the team like O linemen that are like fat that shouldn't be running that much. They're crying while they're running. Some of them are puking. But then when we get to a game, they don't get tired
Oh yeah.
because they had to practice like that.
Wow. See, I would never expect that like looking at an offensive lineman.
What?
I don't know that they can run.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some of them are quick, like the
Yeah.
ones that are really good.
It's my own ignorance, but like, yeah.
There's a new thing happening with all these O linemen in the NFL that like when they retire, they get in like great shape. Like because you have to be fat to like have weight behind.
Yeah.
So then when you
How much do they weigh?
Some of them like $3 bills.
Oh, that's nuts.
Yeah.
Wait, what position were you?
I was corner.
Corner.
Corner's the guy that stops the guy from catching the ball.
So you were fast?
I was fast and I had great footwork. That was my main thing. Like my footwork was unreal.
Did you play like where did you play? Like high school?
Played high school. I played for my city team. I made like the provincial team.
Provincial team?
Yeah. Played in this thing called the Canada Cup. And Ontario's so big that they had like Central Ontario, South Ontario, and I think they had one other. There was like 3 different parts of Ontario, but then it was like playing against Alberta,
Thunder
Manitoba. I don't think Northern Ontario had a team, but they had like Quebec teams.
Quebec.
Yeah.
They probably sucked.
No, Quebec's really good at football.
Really?
Yeah.
At football?
Yeah.
French people?
Yeah.
Never would have thought.
Je suis?
Just
I don't. What does that mean? I am.
I don't know. So who's good? Alberta was good.
Who? We were good. Central Ontario.
So do
Ontario
you have
was
like you have cheerleaders?
great. in high school we did Aquinas, St. Thomas Aquinas. Shout out the Aquinas Cardinals.
Oh, wow, nice.
Yeah, I'll show you my championship jacket after.
Oh yeah, I would love to
I-
wear it.
No, I can't do that. Stink it up.
I've always you used to accuse me of stinking all the time.
Everyone accuses you of stinking all the time.
That's true.
You. Maybe this is one of your psychobabble things. Is like you say women are attracted to it, and I think there are some women that are attracted to it, but some women are not attracted to BO, and like it is a natural odor or whatever. But
Yo, you can't invoke statements on this podcast that I made on a podcast 5 years ago, can you? I guess you can. All right, fine. I'll hold.
well,
Okay,
I said,
I will.
have you moved off that? Because I haven't smelled you recently.
Okay, here's what I'll say about that.
I'll have to smell the chair after. No homo.
Oh, I guess.
But see if you left a lingering smell.
Okay. Like, okay, I'll smell your chair too.
Go for
You
it.
probably fucking. All right. Well, what do you think? You don't have a lingering smell, James?
I wear deodorant and I wash myself good, and I think you like to. I think you
Dude,
like to
that
have
was
the.
okay. Let's just be clear. That was like a time. That was a time.
Is it done now?
I think. Well, at times I might like. I'm a human being.
Like you were doing it because women were attracted.
No, I
to it.
wasn't. I wasn't doing it because.
Oh, what you weren't?
No.
Oh.
No.
I'm not
That
trying to
was in
insult
this-
you.
It was. I was one summer.
let me just say,
I-
I'll say Matt gets like the most pussy out of anyone.
No,
that I
no,
know.
no.
I'm
Stop.
not trying to say that he's like.
We don't need to. No, but
Do you have a girlfriend though?
wait. Okay, no, but
All right, you're a changed man. I don't even know what's going on with this guy.
wait, in the one summer, it was summer. It was hot, and I was going to the gym a lot, and I was drinking, and I wasn't really, and I was wearing tank tops a lot. So
Right.
it smelled bad.
It was different. Yeah.
Dude, in the summer though, at like comedy bar or wherever people stink.
Yeah, you're not the only person that's ever smelled.
Okay, yeah, like people.
You know what? I'll give you. I haven't ever thought you had bad breath. There's some
Thank
people
you.
that like, I don't even
I'm
know how
really
they don't notice
fucking
it.
conscientious of that because I hate people with bad breath a lot.
Yeah.
That's one way to actually. I don't get triggered too easily. That really gets me. When
Yeah.
somebody has bad breath and they're talking close to you, is it's a different kind of hell.
I have one friend that like, I've smelt his breath literally smell like shit. And I'm like, how does it smell like that?
I have a theory of that.
What's the theory?
I made a joke when I was like really new in comedy about that. Really new. It was a bad joke.
Okay.
Just that I think that's from buildup of shit.
Like you have so much shit inside you that it's coming out of your mouth? Fair. We got like kind of deep into this podcast. I haven't asked any of the listener questions. People wrote in questions because I said I'm going to have a therapist on.
Right. Well, here we go. No, but dude, the pheromone, that's just about pheromones. Like I'm not making that up. I wasn't making that up. It was like when I would stink bad and I knew I stank really bad, I would sometimes get compliments. And then I was like, okay, that's
Did you
fucked.
get multiple compliments or is there one girl that gave you compliments that...
Do you want the honest answer?
Yeah.
Multiple.
That's great. Good for you.
And I think that a lot of it has to do with like, well, I don't know. It has to do with like, you know what it has to do with? People.
Hippies.
I think
girls that are hippies. Girls that were like the hippie girls into crystals, into BO,
You know what?
into growing their armpit hair. They probably are like, I love the smell of BO.
Okay, hippie
And
girls
it's
for
like,
sure.
and it's because it's drowning out their own stink.
You know when like you meet somebody who you just jive together.
Yeah,
perfectly, you know.
Yeah.
It's like and like you might smell them, and you're like, yeah, it smells, but I like it.
Sure. I don't know that. I get it. I haven't experienced it personally, but I've heard that's a thing.
You've never had that.
I've never had a girl that stinks that I'm like, I like the way she stinks. Anyways, okay, let's get into some questions.
All right.
We got about 10 questions that were written in, so we'll try and fly through them, try and get to all of them.
Where did you find these people?
So you can have like you can put up an anonymous link so people don't have to say like their names, and I feel like that encourages them to like ask like more intimate questions. Even though the ones that we got, I felt like they could have just DM me that and it would have been fine. But I put up a link on my story at James, come on now, and at the Uncut Jams podcast. I don't even know. Is it Uncut Jams the podcast? I don't know. You guys know where it is. Anyways, or if you don't, follow at James Commando, and then you can find my podcast at, because it's new and I don't forget it. Anyways, I put the link on my story and I said, having a therapist on this week, send in your questions.
Cool.
All right. Question number 1. Let's get your thoughts on weed addictions.
Okay.
That's the question.
My thoughts on it.
Yeah, as a therapist, if somebody came into you and was like, I'm addicted to weed,
Okay.
what do you got? Are you not good at therapy? This is like, we're going to try and get you some business here if you can answer questions good, but you seem like you're floored by that first question.
Oh man, I've had it. I've had weed addiction. When
Yeah?
when I was like in high school.
Because they say you can't get addicted
No,
to weed.
I don't think so. You can very well get addicted.
Yeah,
to
because
weed.
I'm definitely like,
That's insane.
I smoke a lot of weed. And
That's
I've got to the
insane.
point where I'm like, I need to chill.
That's the first step. That's denial. Like you have to admit that you're
That's a river in Egypt.
right. You got to You got to admit that like it's for sure an addiction. You know, it's fucking up. You have to see it from the outside. You know what? Okay, here's what I'll say. You want to know my thoughts on it, or you want to know my thoughts to fix it?
Fix it. Let's fix it.
All right. The way to fix it is the way to fix any addiction, and this is coming straight from Buddhist psychology. You have to understand, first of all, 2 things. You have to understand the allure of what it is, and you have to understand the drawbacks of what it is.
Okay.
Because most of the time we focus just on, I want to quit weed because it fucks with my emotional regulation, and it fucks with my motivation, and it fucks with my ability to think clearly. Right. But what about the allure? What is drawing you to the thing? The more you're able to understand that clearly, what's drawing you to this thing, what the benefit is for you, the more you'll be able to see how that benefit is so minuscule. And in fact, so like counterproductive to what you really want for yourself.
Right. You were addicted to weed. For how long?
Years.
Years. And you don't smoke at all now?
No, never.
And okay, so if somebody was, smoking weed.
It was
for
the
years.
hardest thing I had to quit too. Like I've quit. I was never into like harder drugs, but I've quit alcohol and I've quit cigarettes. Weed, and I've quit caffeine before. I drink it now. Weed was absolutely like demented level to
Really?
quit. Like, you know, having dreams about it all the time, and
Damn.
like it was really tough. Quitting everything else was like a walk in the park for me anyway.
When I stop smoking weed, it makes me have more vivid dreams.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You didn't experience it though.
No, but it makes sense. Weed just makes you like cloudy as fuck. Makes you cloudy and like out of touch.
Fair.
Myself, yeah, not you.
Oh, maybe. I think for me, one of the side effects is like I've definitely became more paranoid over the years. I'm a paranoid person.
When you're high?
I think just like in general, like a lot of times, like I'll be like having a conversation with someone and I'm like, I think I'm like pocket dialing someone. I'm like,
Yeah.
I look to check.
Yeah. I make a joke about it sometimes, but like when I used to smoke weed, like I would go and like delete my emails, or like I'd just be afraid of like people like tapping in on my fucking brain.
Yeah.
And like I'd be afraid riding the bus that people could hear my thoughts and hear like the fucked up things I was thinking and whatever. And I would get like scared that people were surveilling me all the time.
Yeah. I feel that
Really?
sometimes.
Because then I would get scared that I was thinking that. I was like, maybe I'm like out of my fucking mind. But
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
high all the time. So I just like, I got used to that. I didn't remember what it was like to just not be high all the time and thinking, like being paranoid as fuck.
Yeah. So hey, if you got a weed addiction out there, fucking chill out. What's the answer?
I already said.
Know about what the draws are and fucking
The drawbacks, but also like understand what's drawing you to it, what that allure is, what's keeping you doing it. Because if you're asking, well, this person didn't ask to quit. They don't necessarily want
No, they
to
just
quit.
said that your thoughts on the somebody
on
put
weed
thoughts on
addiction.
weed addiction.
But-
I wonder if two different people wrote this, because the next question is also thoughts on. So there's thoughts on weed addiction. The next one is thoughts on the male loneliness epidemic.
Yeah, that's a really good one. It's not a male loneliness epidemic. I think that everybody's lonely right now.
I think the reason that there's a male loneliness epidemic specifically is because men will not talk to each other about their feelings as much, so it makes you feel lonelier. Women can like open up to each other. One of my best examples, I think I've talked about it on here before, is if a girl gets cheated on, the troops will rally behind her. All her friends will tell her how great she is. They'll take her out, you know what I mean? Or whatever. They'll all hate the guy with her together. If a guy gets cheated on, he'll feel embarrassed about it. He'll feel like more embarrassed about it, and maybe won't want to tell his boys about it. And it's something that like another guy can use against you to be like, oh, you got cheated on, you're a fucking loser. Like you weren't hitting it right. There's never been a girl that tells her friends that she got cheated on and they're like, you weren't hitting it right. You weren't sucking his dick enough. You know what I mean?
Yeah, what you think guys will make fun of guys for getting cheated on?
I think there is like
Like if you got cheated on, you think your friends would make fun of you for it?
I think there's a couple of my friends that I think
That's
like
so
if we got into a fight,
they
would bring it up.
Oh, okay, yeah. It's
Like I don't know if girls do that. Ladies, let us know. Do you ever just get in a fight with your girl and you're like, well, at least I don't have fucking my boyfriend cheating on me like you do?
Yeah, I could see that happening in Thunder Bay. But yeah, I think you
Either
might
way, you know what I mean.
No, so I think you're right that women are more emotionally communicative with one another.
And having that makes you feel less lonely.
And it helps. And yeah, so but what they're talking about, the male loneliness epidemic, is a more like modern phenomenon, and I think it's now getting coalesced with the incel thing. And I bring this up actually with, I have a level of I don't know, I'm a little bit perturbed by some of the things that I see online, like the way I've seen a lot in the comedy community lately. Like somebody made a post about something about the male loneliness epidemic, and then somebody was like blaming men for it and saying how like it's men's fault for like watching Joe Rogan and Andrew Tate and all this stuff. And then I saw another comic say, well, like there's a reason why they're doing that. It's because they're fucking lonely and depressed. And then they end up falling prey to these grifters who maybe not, I don't know who the fuck, but like like I don't know who
in their time of weakness, they have this person, this voice that they hear that's like,
right.
Instead of being sad about themselves, they're like, let me get angry about
women. And I think that we as like a whole and as a society need to be able to separate these things to understand that just because like there's a male loneliness epidemic doesn't mean if that's a thing or whatever, which it like let's just all admit, how about that there are a lot of lonely men out there.
Right.
And it's not to justify or to vilify them. It's just to admit, let's first just admit there are a lot of lonely men.
Right.
And then second, like understand why that is and what's going on and what's causing that. I don't know, because there's people out there who are like, yeah, well, it's men's fault that they're lonely because they're all fucked up and insane and whatever. And like, that's not helping. Like that, I'm being sincere. Like when I see that, I'm like, dude, like these people are in a really bad fucking place. They're in a really dark place. And if you're watching a bunch of Andrew Tate videos, I do think you're probably in a pretty dark place. If you're in your whatever mom's basement or wherever the fuck you are, and that's what you're consuming, like it does seem like a little fucking fucked up. And so I don't know, like, but then people wanna like also come out and just like, they're angry at these men for being lonely. And it's this like weird dynamic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I saw one post yesterday where it was a girl talking about like, you know why there's a male loneliness epidemic and not a female one? Because we didn't like having you guys around, and we actually are happy without you guys. I'm like, God damn, girl. I'm like, yeah.
I mean, like, power to you, I guess. But
is
there no compassion for like the fucking guys who are like suffering and struggling, or do we just hate them all for being lonely? Like, what?
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense to me. Like, shouldn't you at least have some level of like concern that like a whole segment of the population right now is like fucking on suicide watch?
Yeah.
It's like, it's bad. It's not like, that's not like a reason to be like, yeah, well, fucking good. Like, that's not cause for celebration. We shouldn't celebrate when other people are in pain, whoever it is. Like, it's not, that's crazy to me. That's bewildering when I see that.
It's the male loneliness epidemic, not the male loneliness parade. You laugh at my stupid shit too easily. But I just want to say one thing about...
sorry to cut you off.
No, we're having a conversation. When I was feeling really down, I think it was on January 1st, and I was like I was in my bed wallowing in sorrow, and I got a call from a friend that I haven't talked to in 3 years, a male, who might have also been lonely at the time. Peter Fraser. Have you ever met Peter? He used to do comedy. So. He was so funny. Like, he was one of the best roasters, like great writer. And then all of a sudden he just disappeared. Like I think he had...
He disappeared?
He disappeared. And I didn't see him for a long time. But I got a call from him when I was like sad in my own bed, like being sad. And then I'm like, and I picked it up, one ring. I was like, I'm like, oh my God, Peter's calling right now. What the fuck? And he told me that he had been going through some really bad stuff. And I was like, for one, it made me think like, I'm here being sad about like, oh, I don't have my next fucking big tour planned or whatever, like something to look forward to. And this guy's having like real genuine life problems. And I'm like, first of all, I'll put in perspective, like, what am I even complaining about? It was also nice to hear from a friend like that's like the universe kind of did me a favor. That's like, you're feeling bad right now. And somebody reached out to you to tell you. And he told me, he's like, after years of disappearing and not talking to anyone, I'm the first person he called. And it made me feel like that's really nice. Mm-hmm. And it's just like, it was just cool. Anyways, I hope Peter's coming back to comedy. I'll have him on the podcast sometimes too. But
I hope he's all right.
Oh, he said like he's been gone and going through stuff, but now he's like he's on the up and up. He's wrote so much stuff about like, pain is great for turning into art. So like in all this time off going through all this stuff, he's like, he never stopped writing.
Right.
He just hasn't been performing for a while. So I'm very excited to see him make his comeback. Anyways, just wanted to shout that out. Our next question. That's great. Speaking of the male loneliness epidemic, somebody asked, advice for a woman who loves avoidant men. I'm sure that's going to be that's a common thing these days.
Yeah, well, you know what's common nowadays is people obsessing over attachment styles.
Right.
Yeah, people obsessing over these things. These are like...
Do you know your attachment style? Or I feel like the way you built up people obsessing over it is you kind of feel like that's a little bit bullshit.
No, you know what? It's not that it's bullshit. It's that people obsess over their attachment styles. They obsess over their disorders. They obsess over their own thing, which, like, you know, self-awareness is good. It's good to know if you have an attachment style, or you tend towards this way, you tend towards that way of the spectrum, or this or that, whatever. But ultimately, your goal is to have a secure attachment style. Okay. That is the goal. So whatever it is that is causing you to be attracted to avoidant men, you should look within yourself and try to.
What is that attachment style called?
Well, that is likely anxious attachment style. Like that's how
you go for avoidant people because you're anxious.
Yeah.
Why is that? Like,
well, because an avoidant is generally running away, and they need somebody to be chasing them in order to.
Oh, so the avoidant is anxious.
No. Well, there is something called anxious-avoidant, which is an assemblage of both. Okay. But avoidant attachment style entails that, like, you are the one who is ghosting, and anxious attachment style is the one who is being ghosted, essentially. Right. The one who's like double texting and like, what are they doing now? Oh, what do they think of me? Oh, why aren't they writing back? Right. Right. And so like this person is likely an anxious style. They're probably stressing over this guy or that guy, which means this person is probably struggling with abandonment issues on some level and fear of rejection. And so
is it possible to be both?
Yeah. Like, that's anxious avoidant. Yeah.
Like sometimes, like when somebody gives you lots of attention, you're avoidant. And then when they don't give you attention, you're anxious.
That's like, and to me, that's probably more speaking to just everybody. That's everybody, once. Right? I tend to think so.
Because I feel like everyone wants what they can't have. Like, I feel like for me, like, in my experience, like, a lot of times when I don't like a girl too much, she'll be throwing herself at me. And then when I do like a girl and I'm giving her too much attention, then it's like, you know what I mean?
You know, everybody's heard that joke wants what you too. Can't have. When you're in a relationship, that's when ladies start like showing up, right? Yeah. And so there's two things happening. One is that you're not like acting desperate all the fucking time. Two, like ladies can sense that, right? And so it probably goes the other way too, as well. So like, I think we all function on that in some degree, some capacity. That's like basic human psychology. But then people start to make it this like very, like they start to tie it to their own idiosyncrasies, make it this whole like very personal thing. And I think that when we do that in a general way, it's harmful. It does more harm than good to typify ourselves in all kinds of different ways. I think it's better to just look at the situation from a very like macro, elevated, like detached level to say like, all right, well, here's what's happening. There are guys who are, here's what's happening. Your own issues of like rejection and abandonment are getting triggered. Let's look at that a little bit more and say why is that there? Why is that bothering you? What's going on? What part within yourself is coming out when this happens? It's from a certain pain that is within you. It's not. It's nothing to do with this guy. What you even asking that question is showing it has nothing to do with the guy, because you're saying, oh, avoidant men as a whole. It's not fucking James the avoidant man who I was so in love with. It's just like, oh man, anytime a guy doesn't like me, I fucking like them. Well, that's a you problem. That's you. And also, this is another way you can look at this in a very brutally honest way, is this could be you just dealing with guys who aren't into you and it hurts. And that sometimes is hard to realize, that the guys who you want are the guys who might be like fucking not interested in you, and then the guys who are interested in you don't really want, because you don't like what you're getting right now, which I don't know what the answer to that is, but sometimes that's just the way it is. Sometimes we I don't know, I don't want to say it in like a cruel way, but you know what I'm saying, right?
Finish it.
Oh man, just sometimes we want what we can't have, man. Sometimes we want.
That's not cruel. That's literally, that's so common. That's unfortunately, that's just the way that people are.
Well, what I'm really trying to say there is sometimes maybe, perhaps our own standards can be too high and it shoots ourselves in the foot. And so we all want to get with like fucking Drake, you know?
Maybe you do, but not me.
Yeah.
I did another one came in from, I think, a lady listener, or maybe it could be a guy that's into guys. Question is, how do I trick a man into falling in love with me? Do you have any tricks to make people fall in love?
That's insane. It's an insane question. That's not a real question.
So you don't have an answer for that? I guess
that's not a real question.
How do I trick a man into falling in love?
How do you trick a man into falling? I've never done that, first of all. Like, I've never tricked a man into falling in love with me.
Have you tricked a woman into falling in love with you? You have tricks.
Tricks? Tricks to make somebody fall in love is just, you're just talking about gaslighting.
Okay, so how would you do
That's
that?
what
How could you gaslight someone into falling in love with you?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I create this brand right now, the dark psychology. The dark psychology of making men fall in love.
What they don't want you to know. They actually told us to never teach this.
Yeah.
That could be a fun little character for you on Instagram.
I know, right? Yeah. The things they don't want.
The dark therapist.
The dark therapist. How to make men fall in love with you. Post a thirst trap every Thursday at 5 p.m. Do it.
Yeah.
I don't know. What would make you fall in love with a girl who you weren't interested in the beginning?
Probably sucking my dick a lot. I could be won over by a lot of blowjobs.
Honestly, though, an incredible answer.
Yeah, honestly, if you want to trick a man into falling in love with you, suck his dick a lot.
Suck his dick a lot. He's gonna, if you're good at it,
and then maybe go away for a little bit.
Oh yeah.
And then all of a sudden, he thought it was just a fun hookup thing, but now he's like, man, I really miss getting my dick sucked all the time.
Yeah. That's Pavlovian conditioning.
Okay, go into it.
You know what I'm talking about, Pavlov?
I've heard Pavlov's dog, right?
Pavlov's dogs, right?
Yeah.
So like you condition dogs, right? Like with the fucking bell, right?
Okay.
But then if you want to drive,
oh no!
What?
Cards. Okay. It's limited. I thought it stopped. Okay, we're good.
If you want to drive a dog insane or a person insane, give them the same reward, but on an intermittent schedule. Mm-hmm. So don't make it like a strict schedule. Fucking fuck with the schedule.
Right.
Like sometimes you give it, sometimes you don't. That's the dark psychology of blowjobs. Give them a blowjob like 6 days of the week, and then that seventh, just ghost them for that one day.
The last time I said I love you to a girl a couple years ago. The only time I've done it since my ex-fiance. And the quickest I've ever said I love you to a girl. First of all, she was really hot. That, if you want to start there, start there. But also, every time she slept over, she would suck my dick in the morning. Not even to make me come. Sometimes just to be like, I have to go to work in like 5 minutes. She's like, just put your dick in my mouth for a little bit.
Morning blowjobs always felt weird to me.
Why? Because of the plaque? No, but like
the gingivitis.
That gesture of put your dick in my mouth in the morning, like, buddy, unreal. Shout out that girl.
That's a great way to. It's a great way to fall in love.
Blowing the horn,
in the morning.
Blowing the horn. You ever call your dick a horn?
Never.
All right. Well, I guess it's just something me and my friends used to say. My horn.
No, in the morning it's easy to fall in love with a person.
Ooh.
I feel like,
okay.
You know? When you wake up beside somebody and like they're the first thing you see in the morning, like that's like
that. It could be a way to fall in love, or it could be a way to be like, why is this fucking person in my bed right now? I wish they weren't in my bed.
Oh yeah, actually.
So either way, okay. I did get a note on this podcast machine here, recorder thing, that we are running out of space on the card. So we're gonna fly through as many questions as we can.
How many questions are there? There's more.
Oh, there's about. I think there was like 10 total, and we've done.
Oh yeah, let's fly.
We've done 3.
Yeah.
One's not even a question. It actually just says, I don't think people realize how self-aware you actually are. Like you play along with social stuff, but you see right through it. And I guess that's just a compliment for me. And I appreciate that. Thanks, guys. whoever sent that in. It's just
Are you sure they weren't talking about me?
They didn't know. They don't know you're. I just said a therapist. I didn't say Matt Render's coming on.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah,
It's true. It's true.
This other one, another one that's like not a question. It's I don't even know if this is an insult or a compliment, but they said, "You give off I've changed, but I'm still the same underneath vibes." And honestly, that's rare. But I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
I've changed, but I'm still. Oh no! I think what they're saying is like you are. This is how I'll read it. You're achieving so much on the surface, but underneath it all, you're still the same guy.
All right, I'll take it.
Yeah. You're not changed by your success, is what they're saying.
Two people asked similar questions, and that you can give me your read on me. Basically, one is what conditions does James have, and another one is what is your analysis of James. So, as a therapist, as a guy that's known me for a couple years, what's your breakdown of me? And I asked, I actually, ChatGPT. I don't use it a lot, but the last month I was using it. When I was sad, I was using it, and I asked it to give me an analysis of me too, just a short 1-sentence one. But you give me yours first, and then I'll tell you what it said about me.
Oh, he's a good lover. He's a sweetheart, good lover. He's a very honest person. But like they want me, you know what they want me to like pathologize you. Like
do you have like if you had to put me into a box of like a therapist would say you need this kind of therapy, you like, because I told you I did CBT before and you said you do DBT.
Yeah, they're different.
But like, yeah, so like if you analyze me, like what do you think I need? What conditions do I have? I think I have anxiety.
Yeah, I think you probably have some anxiety. But like that's standard. I think you would do well with DBT, especially while you're trying to build all these habits. Like DBT would help a lot. I just think it's a great way to like learn skills to improve your life and like take like a skillful approach towards life. But I don't know, man. Like I don't think like fucking like what am I gonna say? Oh yeah, he's schizophrenic. Like I knew it for years.
Do you think so?
No, you're
What?
not. I don't know. Like what? I don't.
Who said that?
No, you're pretty like well-adjusted guy. But you know what it is? All right. You keep your emotions to yourself and you're afraid to let people know how you're feeling.
Epidemic. Call back. Circle back to that.
Yeah, you did say that already. Yeah. But I think that's true about you. Like I don't think you ever want to make your emotions. I think you're afraid to be vulnerable in the same way that maybe a lot of guys are. Like what you said there was probably indicative of how you actually feel around other guys, I think.
Yeah.
I think you're afraid to be vulnerable.
I don't know if I'm afraid of it, but I think I avoid it. But then when I get into a conversation with one of my buddies and we start opening up, like I do like it. I'm not afraid to like, I won't hold back once we get the ball rolling, but maybe I'm not the one that will open up that door.
Yeah.
But when it's open, I'll sprint through it.
And I wonder how you feel when another man like opens up to you and how that makes you feel and how you're able to sit with that, or if you get a little bit uncomfortable at the thought of that.
I think depends who it is and depends what it's about. This is what ChatGPT said about me. You're emotionally aware, a bit self-critical, quietly idealistic, and more sincere than you sometimes give yourself credit for.
That's a perfect description of every human being on the planet. Well done.
Way to go, ChatGPT.
It's fucking crazy.
I think AI is a little fucked, and it scares me a little bit. Does AI scare you?
No, humans relating to AI scares me. Like the way we use it, the way we fucking depend on it. Like it's just a fucking technology, but it's like anything else. Like humans abuse it. Like AI girlfriends and stuff like that. Like that scares me that people are that insane today, to want to use it. And like just that we've been driven to this point that like AI is becoming a companion for us is absolutely dreadful.
Yeah, it's scary.
Yeah, that's scary. But that's not AI being scary. Like I'm not scared of the machine. I'm scared of the humans using it. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's I've heard some crazy stuff. Like
really?
for those days that I was sad, I started using it, and like I'm like, oh, this is helping. And then I told somebody else like that I was using it, and they're like, be careful for that, because like it kind of like isolates you from people, and it you should be having this conversation with an actual person and with somebody that has like empathy for not only you but maybe for the other person that you're talking. You know what I mean? Where they can understand it, because ChatGPT, I think they've made it so it's like only empathizes with you,
right,
or the user, whatever. But I didn't. I also asked ChatGPT to roast me, and it fucking was like, "Do you want me to be really mean?" And I was like, "Be mean as fuck," and it really like went hard on me. And then and then it's like, "Do you want the next level?" I'm like, "Yeah." "Do you want me to unleash all wrath on you?" I'm like, "Okay." So like, if you do use ChatGPT, ask it to roast you. It's kind of funny.
So you did all that, and then ChatGPT came back just now. It was like, you're a little critical to yourself.
I know, right?
It's like, yeah, because you keep asking me to fucking roast you.
I know,
you fucking
let me have it. All right. Now, one of the things we do.
Why did you do that? Why did you ask ChatGPT to roast you?
I had a friend that told me they did it just to like roast their picture, but then I asked it to roast me based off like our recent conversations,
right?
And it was like, it wasn't funny. It was just mean, but it was so mean that I did start laughing. That I'm like, holy fuck, ChatGPT.
Is there anything from that you can share with us?
Well, one of the funny things was, all I've used ChatGPT for is I started using it in December, and I use it to make my this flyer for a show that I did. That since it was around Christmas, I made it like claymation, and it was just like, you're obsessed with claymation and Christmas, like what the and it's just like, you need to grow up kind of thing. And I was like, yo, ChatGPT, like you met me around Christmas, like fucking relax, yo. I asked you to make one fucking poster, and then and it's like you're so, it was like telling me I'm like so picky about its design and stuff. I'm like, I'm just asking you to do the design right. Anyways,
you asked ChatGPT to roast you, and immediately you got defensive about it.
Yeah, I said, ChatGPT. I'm like, ChatGPT,
hey,
I'm not always like this. Okay, now we have two segments that we do here on the show. I'm sure you know, because you probably listen every week, right? And one of them is animal fun facts of the day from yahoo.com. Okay, let me scroll down to a random one. Okay, let's see this. There are more than 1.4 billion insects for each human on the planet, according to recent estimates.
See, that's scarier than ChatGPT.
That there's so many insects?
Yeah, that's disgusting. My stomach got sick hearing that. 1.4 billion, you said?
For each human.
Yeah. I was thinking of like a really cool movie. That could be like, I was thinking of a cool movie called like Insects. And it's just like that, like all of the world is like taken over by insects. Has that been done already?
No, they made Birds. Have you seen Birds?
It would be like Birds, but with insects.
That's what I thought was happening to me that day at the lake. I was like, holy shit! There's so many fucking birds here. Is this where I die? Okay, if I got murdered by a bunch of birds, holy, that'd be crazy. And then our last segment we do here, we turn to a random page of the Bible, read a passage, and see if it applies to today's episode at all. Would you like Old Testament or New Testament?
No.
Oh, nice. I opened to Wisdom. For all men were by nature foolish, who were in ignorance of God, and who from the good things seen did not succeed in knowing him who is, and from studying the works did not discern the artisan.
It's male loneliness epidemic.
Is that what that is? So it's saying all men are dumb in nature if they're ignorant of God. If you're not getting a relationship with God, you're foolish. You're stupid. You're dumb. And you've seen the good things and you did not succeed in knowing them. So like when good things happen in life and you're not like thanking God for it, you're not like appreciating God for it, then you're not being successful and you're being an ignorant idiot. And you got to study the work. The works did not discern the artisan. I don't know what that part means. And from studying the works did not discern the artisan.
Studying the works. Wait, say that one more time. Studying the works did not discern the artisan.
Yeah.
Like an ignorant man who looks at the creations of God, but doesn't, but through that does not come to connect to the Creator and understand the Creator.
Like in this case, they're saying you gotta love the art and the artist. Like you're like, you appreciate like the sky, the blue skies, the beautiful ocean, the mountains, right. And you're like, this is beautiful. but you got to say, yo, shout out God for making that.
Absolutely. Like, I forget, there's some saying about, I don't know, like in a seashell, you should be able to, like, you know, look at that seashell and see the whole universe in it. Like,
really?
see everything in it. Something like that. Maybe I made it.
I know you can hear the ocean if you put it to your ear.
Yeah, it's like that.
Well, you're laughing, but can't you do that? When's the last time you listened to a
No, but it's
seashell?
like that. Yeah, when you listen to a seashell and like
can
you
hear the ocean.
you should be able to hear the ocean in the seashell. I think that was really, I love that quote.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Plug that quote again.
Do you want to read it? Because you're probably better at reading than me. This one right here.
You just read it.
I know, but I want to hear it in your voice.
So what is it? Chapter 13.
For all men. Chapter
13, Wisdom 13. Page 787 in the Memorial
just read the
Edition.
thing,
It's illustrated. You would get a Bible picture book.
Okay, go for it.
Okay. All right. For all men were by nature foolish, who were in ignorance of God, and who from the good things seen did not succeed in knowing him who is, and from studying the works did not discern the artisan.
Yeah. I used to say, are you atheist?
No, not at all.
Okay. I will say good. If you're atheist out there, I appreciate you guys listening to the show. You're smarter than me, and you guys probably read lots of books and everything. But I think like having God in your life is like a cheat code to life, and it's like, why not use that? You know what I mean? Why not have why life is tough. God's there. Let him in, or let God in. Not him, but like this is a thing that I used to say. If I give you a lottery ticket every day, it's most likely not going to win. But like, what are the chances it's going to win? Are you going to throw it out? You're going to check if it wins. Mm-hmm. So if, as an atheist, if I'm telling you every day that God exists and you're just like, I'm throwing that idea out, I'm throwing it out. But what if it's true? What if it's true? And then this whole time you could have had God with you. He could have made bad days better. He could have blessed you in so many different ways. But you threw out the ticket because you're like, it's most likely not going to win.
Yeah, that's like.
So what I'm saying is, let God in your life this year. Because if you don't know God and you don't appreciate God, you might be an ignorant fool.
Yeah, you don't understand the artisan behind the art. That's Pascal's wager.
And that is where the audio cut out this week. Sorry, guys. That's the end of the podcast. The card was full. I'm sorry. You can follow Matt at Matt Render, and you can follow me at James. Come on now. Peace.